Happy birthday to me. Happy Groundhog Day to you. I am 51. Today is January 31st. Groundhog Day weekend. Monday's Groundhog Day. This is a story on animals of the Book of Mormon. The first one is from 1 Nephi, chapter 18. I'm going to start with line 22. Came to pass that I, Nephi, did guide the ship, and we were sailed again towards the promised land. And it came to pass that after we had sailed for the space of many days, we did arrive at the promised land. And we went forth upon the land, and we did pitch our tents, and we did call it the promised land. And it came to pass that we did begin to till the earth. We began to plant seeds. Yeah, we did put all of our seeds into the earth, which we had brought from the land of Jerusalem. And it came to pass that they did grow exceedingly, wherefore we were blessed in abundance. And it came to pass that we did find upon the land of promise, as we journeyed in the wilderness, that there were beasts in the forests of every kind, both of the cow and the ox, the ass, the horse, the goat, the wild goat, all manner of animals which were for use of men. And we did find all manner of ore, both gold and of silver and copper. The next one is 2 Nephi 15. I'm going to start at line 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto the wise in their own eyes and the prudent in their own sight. Woe unto the mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, who justify the wicked for a reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, their root shall be rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as the dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the words of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them. He hath smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still, and he will lift up an ensign to the nations from far. He will hiss unto them from the end of the earth, and behold, they shall come with speed swiftly. None shall be weary, nor stumble among them. None shall slumber or sleep, neither shall the girdle of their loins be loosed, nor the latchet of their shoes be broken, whose arrows shall be sharp, and all their bows bent, and their horses' hoofs shall be counted like flint, and their wheels like whirlwind. Their roaring like a lion, they shall roar like young lions. Yeah, they shall roar and lay hold of the prey, and they shall carry away safe, and none shall deliver. And in that day they shall roar against them like the roaring of the sea. And if they look into the land, behold darkness and sorrow, and the light is darkened in the heavens thereof. The next one is the book of Enos, chapter 1, line 20. I bear record that the people of Nephi did seek diligently to restore the Lamanites into the true faith in God, but our labors were in vain. Their hatred was fixed. They were led by their evil nature. They became wild, ferocious, bloodthirsty people, full of idolatry, filthiness, feeding upon beasts of prey, dwelling in tents, wandering about in the wilderness, with short skin girdles about their loins, and their heads shaven. And their skill was in the bow and the scimitar and the axe, as many of them did eat nothing, save it was for raw meat. They were continually seeking to destroy us. And it came to pass that the people of Nephi did till the land, and raise all manner of grain, fruit, and flocks of herds, flocks of all manner of cattle, and every kind of goat and wild goat and many horses. And there were exceedingly many prophets among us, and the people were stiff-necked, hard to understand. There was nothing save it was exceedingly harshness and preaching, prophesying of wars, contentions, destructions, and continually reminding them of death and the duration of eternity and the judgments and the power of God and all these things, stirring them up continually to keep them in fear of the Lord. And I say there was nothing short of these things, and exceedingly great plainness of speech would keep them from going down speedily to destruction. And after this manner do I write concerning them. I saw wars between the Nephites and Lamanites in the course of my days, and it came to pass that I began to be old, and 179 years had passed away from the time that our father Lehi left Jerusalem. Next one we have is Alma 18. I'm going to start at line 8. It came to pass that the king Lamoni inquired of his servants, saying, Where is the man that hath such great power? And they said to him, Behold, he's feeding the horses. Now the king had commanded his servants previous to the time of the watering of their flocks, that they should prepare his horses and chariots and conduct him forth to the land of Nephi, for there had been a great feast appointed in the land of Nephi by the father of Lamoni, who was king over the land. Now when King Lamoni heard that Ammon was preparing the horses and the chariots, he was more astonished because of the faithfulness of Ammon, saying, Surely there has not been any servant among all my servants that has been so faithful in this as this man, for he even doth remember all my commandments to execute them. Now I surely know that this is the Great Spirit, and I would desire him that he come in unto me, but I does not. And it came to pass that when Ammon had made ready the horses and the chariots for the king and his servants, that he went into the king, and he saw that the countenance of the king was changed. Therefore he was about to return out of his presence. I'm not going to read the whole story. The whole story is on this channel, on the playlist. That's Alma. That was Alma 18. This next one is 3 Nephi, chapter 6. Came to pass that the people of Nephi did return to their own lands in the 26th year. Every man with his family, flocks, herds, his horses, his cattle, and all things whatsoever did belong to him. We got, how about 3 Nephi 21. Woe be unto the Gentiles, except they repent. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Father, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy their chariots. I will cut off the cities of the land, throw down the strongholds. I will cut off the witchcrafts out of the land, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images I will also cut off, and the standing images out of the midst of thee, that thou shalt no more worship the works of thy hands. I will pluck up the groves out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy cities.